Well, look, I'm going to get started because we've got a bit to get through, and Roman will jump on when he jumps on. So today, I went away and I've got a bunch of like example videos for each of your strategies, and then I've had some talks with just some people to help with like some influencer strategy stuff as well for all of you, and especially for Dave and Nick, because I wanted to actually start with you guys because from the Otter Notes and from our memory, like the best idea we had was actually to run almost a Survivor series, and we had this other office prank stuff as well, which I think's still good. But when I was thinking about it, like to get us started, it might be like because you don't have the creators in house, and like the cost of the creators is less than putting up a prize money over a 6 month period. I thought, like, where are we sitting with that for you guys? Like, do you guys still think that's a good idea if we can find the right people to do it? Or do you think it's not? Do you think you need to have your own shit rather than these other creators making new content?
I think both. I think we really like the competition idea. I think that would be awesome. I'm just a little worried at the moment that we don't have as much like in-house capability as everybody else. Like, we're not in content, like we don't even have the basics. So it feels a bit like like we really want to do that, but maybe just a little bit later in the year. So it might be good to start with some easier wins.
The main reason, Stan, for the like doing that a little bit later is we need to get the creators, but we also need to get the creators set up with mobile apps, and that takes like best case scenario 6 weeks for us to get them set up. So like we're very keen. We've already started kind of writing down our initial thoughts of the campaign, the key themes that we're wanting to go through that competition, those kind of things. Okay. We've already started working on that, but it's going to take us some time to actually get the whole competition up and running. So we were thinking of like, what do we do right now? Because Dave and I are also very keen with the resources that we currently have, the tech that we've currently got. Like, what's an easy one for us to just get some content out the door today, so to speak.
Yeah, makes sense. So I think what I'm going to do, I think for you guys in particular, I'm going to set up a second call with our two show writers, and the reason being is that like if I kind of like don't take this the wrong way, but if I kind of give you some stuff to go do, it won't get done straight away. So I'm going to get guys to spend an hour with you just to like brief you on a couple of skits, and they'll just workshop them with you, and then you can go run. Okay, you can run off and do it, and we'll do some office prank skits, and they'll tease it out of you really quickly. So we'll just tee up that session. In terms of the influencer rollout thing, and you guys will all see, everyone on this call, like for some of that influencer stuff, like you guys are our pilots, so we want to see how much we can help you guys. So because you guys have done a huge solid for us on this, so we've got a lot of context and things for everyone to help with, and same with you guys at Vidette. Like I think there's some stuff we can help pull together there. So I'm happy to have that conversation as well to go, who are the right people, how do we do it, and then get it started a bit easier for you, because actually outside of you guys having to help them build the app, because that is obviously work that you do, so there are some capacity situations there, it actually ends up being easier because they make all the content for you. You do none of it, right? So it actually ends up being the easiest thing, because you got like 3 to 5 creators just pumping out content, and then also sharing stuff to their socials. And if this approach is like awesome for ease. The risk is if your product doesn't work, or you can't get it to work, there's exposure there, because now you got all these people watching it not work. So if you're there is a confidence thing, and you guys obviously have a great product, so I'm confident with you guys to do it. But you just got to be just be mindful there, right? Like you've got to like almost over deliver on these guys because they are out there promoting it. So you got to make sure like it nails everything. So I'll tee up that call with our two show writers. I'll probably do it next week because I know they're flat out today, so we'll get a call in. But what we'll do for you guys is like a remote office like style stuff. That other idea that we had, which I think is the easiest for you guys to do, because you can just set an iPhone up and then like set out a computer and do it, and it doesn't take a whole lot of editing and effort. and you could do like, and there's like remote office skits that are like really popular on social media. You guys would have all seen it, like Zoom cool stuff, or like just like pretending you're talking to someone, like all sorts of stuff, like having those silly dialogues that you might have with your boss or a customer or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Outside of that, everyone else, I've got a few videos, and what we're going to do today is we're going to break them down together. And so we're gonna get you guys we're gonna watch them, and hopefully they stream well enough. They never do, but hopefully they do. I did download them. So we're gonna watch them. We're gonna break them down together. Everyone I want to participate, because the techniques that make a good video and storytelling are universal. Even though the video style would be more relevant to a certain business, right? But the techniques that have been used to get people across the line and watch the video are pretty universal. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Let's make sure I can do this properly. Yeah, cool. Let me go this. Oh fuck! yeah, she's the right one. Yeah.
Did the sound go
Did
on?
the sound?
I don't think the sound flicked over.
Oh, just do it at the top. The little bar
Yeah.
at the top.
Let me just. I'm just gonna put these guys on the screen.
Weird.
Wait, let's see. Can you guys hear sound? No, you couldn't hear sound. Ah, hang on. I've got it. Why? I know why. Go to your device audio settings and select echo cancellation. Oh God. God, I hate technology sometimes, eh?
Did it work?
Great when it works.
Yeah, it's great when it works.
Which is like 60% of the time.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, this food looks so good.
I know it, doesn't it?
Okay. Saying that my settings aren't letting me do it. Oh, that's gonna be rough. I might just leave and come back. Give me a sec, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
It's done. It's not gonna work if we can't fucking share the sound.
What's it saying?
It's saying your audio settings aren't letting you. You can't change it.
Popping up.
Thanks.
Good to see just playing around with some of the ideas we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
Good job.
That's good. Oh, I did that cured orange and it came out tasting like shit. It was so bad.
I saw the smoked kiwi fruit one.
Oh yeah, that was good. And I've got some eggs. Did some eggs as well.
I think eggs would be pretty good, eh?
Yeah, I mean, nothing's turned out like too wild, but we'll start off easy. And
Yeah, we should send you some cacao and you could cold smoke it for us and then we'll make some
oh yeah, that would be good. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Where's the
What
date?
kind of wood chips do you use for your cold smoking?
Mostly oak, but we've got manuka as well.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah. So we can manuka smoke some because that's kind of the
You just have to.
thing that everybody loves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because there's videos in it, so you just download
yeah, that'd be fun.
Where are you going to teams it?
email.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That would be good.
And then we need app.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm busy trying to work out how we're going to fit the app in the smoker.
iPhone in the smoker deck.
Yes.
Yes.
Live stream the content where there's a paywall to live stream the content.
That's right. Yeah.
All you're going to have is just the most epic white noise.
That's right. Yeah.
And smoke.
I'll restart my computer real quick. Fucking stupid.
I'm just having to authenticate when signed into my business.
What?
Have to authenticate when you send me the link. You go to the authenticate to authenticate that I'm really me. Right, got it. I'll save it.
Save it in the little downloader itself.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can get set up faster. This is why people want you to meet in person.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, fuck's sake. There's all the porn. Slows it down.
All the kiddie porn.
Yeah. We can't stream that stuff.
Not on one
No,
of
no, you gotta
Zed's,
have it.
sorry.
You gotta have it.
Hey?
Not on one of Zed's service, sorry guys.
No, mine is. It's not.
Bullshit.
That's why I'm a spark.
Gotta keep
Bullshit, that's
That's why I'm a spark. Bro.
They are filthy. Right, I'm downloaded. Do you want me to do it?
Give me 2 seconds. Let me just see if I can do this. I've got it up.
Whose trousers were they?
Eh?
Whose trousers were they?
Oh yeah, no, you're gonna have to do it, bro. You're gonna have to jump on. Sorry guys, but this is a fucking.
Aaron and Jen, I really like that collab idea. I think that would be really cool. 'Cause then, like, you can do the whole story of like sending the cacao to Jen, Jen smokes it, Jen ships it back, and then do the weird and wonderful chocolate combinations to see which one works the best. That would be like a really cool collab.
Yeah, nice. I think
Should I
yes.
put them on?
Yeah, anytime. Send it.
Yeah.
Dave and I, just as a side note, Dave and I also love tasting the end product.
Oh yes.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm also sure Tonga is also pretty happy to critique and review the end product as well.
Maybe I could do a taste test on one of my building sites and get my tradies to.
I love it, does.
Right.
You can't either.
Go to sound settings and.
That's what it's saying to me.
That's fucked. Sorry, team, we're actually having problems.
I actually think it's Microsoft.
Oh, maybe.
I'm on the right setting.
Surely Microsoft.
Let's go to sound settings and select MacBook Pro speakers, which I've done, and then whether it was already on there.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Should we get them to download the PowerPoint? Well, what else are we going to do?
Yeah.
Can you drop links in the chat and then we can just.
Yeah, fuck. You know what? You know what's real dumb about this? I was trying to be real smart. I downloaded the videos off TikTok and Instagram so that I could play them because then we didn't have to worry about the internet. And then fucking God, jeez.
No, you haven't got any of their links. You have to go and find them all again.
No, I do have the links. I will do that. You know what? Give me this.
You go back.
Give me this.
I'll leave the meeting again.
Give me a sec, let me get in there. Fucking hell. What a fucking shit fight.
Okay.
Well, nothing this kind has happened yet, so.
You'll get a 20-minute refund.
far.
We'll calculate
20 minutes.
refund.
And now you know you just have to practice for next round.
Yeah, well that's it. I've never seen that before, like not being able to shut
No,
sound.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Go to your devices settings, Samsung, yeah.
Same.
We got it. You fuck with it.
Is it working now? Oh, it's working now.
Hang on, I won't touch anything until it.
That does its thing.
Which part?
Oh.
Here we go.
I think we might have this. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Got
I
it?
think.
Holy fuck, it's so good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck, look at that, we got it.
Did it, well done.
Good job.
Oh my god. Okay, you're not getting the refund now.
No, you have to pay us.
You have to pay us now.
We don't want that 20 minutes.
Okay. So, what I can already tell though is the sound's really pretty quiet. So, you might all need to get your sound up as high as you can on your device. I've got it as high. I've just turned up everything I can on mine.
Microsoft Office what?
James.
But then maybe when we're watching them, what we'll do,
Yeah, I can send you some.
watch it.
Okay.
When the actual sound isn't super important because most of it's going to be visual stuff, but there is some cues that we need for sound. So try and listen to it. I've tried to turn up all my things. We'll see how we go and we'll see how it works. Okay, let's take this back. So we're going to start with the Willet series. So I found a couple. I've obviously got the Willet Sourdough, which was from Hercules, Kiwi guy, right? If you haven't seen him, he's one of the original Willet series guys. And then this other guy does this Willet ice cream is another one, but he's got a very cool channel for like a lot of different Willet stuff. So let's just watch it and we'll have a look. So what I want you to do when you're watching this is like think to yourself like, am I engaged? And if I am, why am I engaged? And if I'm not engaged, why am I not engaged? Okay? So just think about it. Don't like overcomplicate it. Just like enjoy the show and then just think about like what was it that was cool about that? And then we'll just talk about it as a team.
Holy fuck, it's so good. Dude, how did I not know about Biscoff?
Bigger than cake.
So come back to Biscoff. Does it sourdough?
Yeah. 100% sourdoughs.
Okay. Thoughts and feelings?
I love the audio, like it's very
Yeah, the smushy
the
sounds.
smushy, a very kind of enticing sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the kind of flip shots.
Well, the sounds kind of kick the shots in place. They kind of snap it in, you know, kind of
Yeah.
slapping of the toe and it's really, really nice audio cues and kind of accentuate the interest really as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the little bit of goofiness, personal stuff in there is good.
Yeah, they seem because I've seen a few of his videos and it definitely had more people in it than normally. Normally it's just him generally once I've seen, but
Yeah, the lady was a bit of a shock.
yeah,
Like, where'd she come from?
Yeah. What else? What about other people? What about some of the guys who are non-foodie food content? What did you see from it?
I thought it was a bit long.
Yeah.
It was quite long.
Like I was like, oh, ready to move on when he started feeding people, or
Yeah.
it started getting complicated.
Yeah, you only really need one more person to taste or something, don't you? Not 4 or 5 people.
Or you do a separate video with everyone tasting it.
Yeah, it wasn't the same frame format when it went to more people.
Yeah, it got a little bit loose in the production.
Who else thought it was a bit long, or who didn't? Who thought it wasn't?
A little bit long in the end, I thought, but at the start it was super engaging, like interesting shots and moving faster. I was into it.
Okay, what do we think about some of the film techniques? Like, what was in it that you think, from a filming perspective, that was quite cool? or good or maybe bad.
Close up shots. They're good.
1 to 2 second frames.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick cuts and
Super
stuff.
engaging, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, quick cuts.
Focusing on the actual like product itself, on the sourdough, like that's what I want to watch. I don't necessarily want to look at Hercules all the time. I just want to look at the Biscoff sourdough. Like that's what I want to eat.
You'll eat him. Some people might.
I mean, there's plenty of people who want to eat Hercules.
No, he's not my particular flavour,
No,
but I would definitely smash that Biscoff sourdough. That's for sure.
Yeah.
The
I thought the
sexualizing of
character
the
making
dough.
the
hand
sourdough was
techniques.
kind of cute. Like, I would have picked a young male to be making sourdough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Okay. Cool. What are your guys' thoughts, Jenny and Nate?
I actually think that you could take out some of the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it goes real good at the start, it's real quick, and then it goes into a weird bit. Whereas like the shots of him trying it's really good because that gives him personality. Like he's trying the thing, he's a bit naughty. Too many of those, and then there's a bit in the middle where it's just too much. And I think you could probably get from the first bit to the last bit quicker. But I haven't got as many followers as him, so what the fuck do I know?
Like, why does it need flowers?
Yeah, the
I liked the flowers. I was like,
That's true. Is that one of his earlier videos or newer videos?
Yeah, it's from October last year.
Okay.
I feel like most of the ones I've seen of him now are shorter and
Yeah, but we'll see.
I've never seen one with him and other people in it. I've just seen the ones with him just making kind of shorter ones, but
I've seen ones, he's done ones lately with the guy who makes sandwiches, so they taste the bread at the end together and then...
oh yeah.
That's the only other time I've seen him with other people in the sourdough videos though.
But yeah, I guess he could do it a bit shorter with less of those flourishes of like himself or just this is what I'm making. I've got peanut butter and cookies or whatever they were into the sourdough. Pull it out of the oven and taste it.
What do you think, Jane?
I think, like when we think about video and storytelling, we talk about like setup, conflict, resolution. So setup being the context to give the viewer to know what's about to happen, the conflict being the bulk of it, like what is the challenge you're facing, and then the resolution being the ending that gives you catharsis. You feel like, oh, okay, cool, like we ended that, like on a whatever note. It could be positive or negative, doesn't matter. I think the resolution for how exciting the conflict is, like all of us are like, oh my gosh, yes, Biscoff sourdough. The resolution of like then giving it to these people who aren't very camera ready or they don't have like that strong personality, the catharsis is lost, and then you have those feelings where Tonga was like, I want to swipe off now that I see these people. Like it just wasn't strong enough to, so I would assume that the retention on that would be like you saw these people the same as Aaron was like, oh, who's this lady? And it would have swiped off. Yeah.
So, okay. So, what I like about this conversation is that this is exactly what people are going to do to your videos. Most of your feedback was negative. That video has 2.5 million views and 900 comments, so you can all fuck off. That's a great video, and you have no fucking clue what you're talking about. Every single one of you.
I didn't see anything bad.
I did caveat my comments, to be fair.
But I knew that was going to come out of this, and so I wanted to stop, because that's our first thing we do is we go, nah, should have been shorter, should have been this, should have been that. It's like, you know what? You go fucking make a 2.5 million video, because if you could, you wouldn't fucking be here. So you can all fuck off, all of you.
I was going to say, it sounds like he's built up a solid base already. So then he's working on the trust of people, and he's incorporating other people into his videos who, in the beginning of his following, he probably wouldn't get the same following. But now he's...
This Will It Sourdough series is essentially the first time he did it, popped off.
Yeah.
Essentially, the very first one went viral. So it was the reason Hercules is known. He wasn't really known beforehand, and then he did the Will It Sourdough, and he did it like this, and this is how he's always been doing it, and it's gone off since. And look, I'm gonna break it down from where I think it came from, and like why it did well. Because of course, every video can be improved. Your critiques aren't wrong. Like every single person can do better. But we also have to learn reasons why we think it might have went well. Right? Because actually we're at a place where we're not getting 2.5 million views a video, so let's figure out where that is, right? So I think where Joni started off talking about the setup conflict resolution piece is the most important part of this video. It's very structured in that you see the setup. I want Biscoff sourdough. If you know what Biscoff is and you're in the sourdough trend, then you're in. Okay, so if you're someone who likes or enjoys this style of cooking content, and you see a Biscoff going into sourdough, two things that shouldn't necessarily be together, you're in. Like the hook is great. You don't have to do anything else because Biscoff people know. If you know it, you know it. And seeing it in sourdough is not saying that you'd see. You might see it in pastry or something like that. Like you might see it in a croissant or whatever. But how often when do you ever see like a sweet sourdough? Like it's not what people do a lot of, right? So so the hook's real strong, straight off the bat, and he's using in all his videos he uses essentially a brand name. Like when I say I'm using quotation marks because sometimes it's like carbonara. Carbonara is not necessarily a brand, but it's so well known as a popular thing that we know exactly what he's talking about. So he doesn't have to explain the two things he's smashing together, right? So the setup's like super simple.
And the words used. I mean, Will It is obviously very like popularized now, but the concept of when you put those words together, you understand that he's gonna combine them. He's not saying, I'm gonna put Biscoff in sourdough, but he's like proposing the conflict already. He's like, Will It sourdough? And in the least amount of words possible.
Super simple. Yeah. So now we're hooked. And then he goes through this conflict of like trying to make it, and because it's Biscoff sourdough, you know it's going to be good. Like, there's no way it's not going to be good, right? So he's actually just teasing it the whole way through by having a little lick of it and of his finger and all that sort of stuff that he does. But then he drops little bits in there. Like, he's like, how did I not know about Biscoff? I guarantee you get in the comments and there's a whole bunch of Brits and they're probably going, what do you mean you don't fucking know what Biscoff is, blah, blah, blah. But you know, like, you listen to some of the words that he's done and he's dropped in these little nuggets purposefully for commentary.
Yeah.
You know, like 900 comments on a 2.5 million video is like pretty high. Like it's not a bad effort. You know, getting up about that 1,000 comment mark roughly on a 2 million is like really good engagement at that level.
So, right. So those little nuggets, he's trying to get engagement via comments by dropping these little Easter egg kind of comments.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And they don't have to be true either. Like he's a chef. Of course, he's heard of Biscoff.
Yeah. He's a Brit.
Like I don't believe him for a second.
He's a chef and he's a Brit, and he learned how to cook at Little on Friday.
Oh, he
definitely knows what fucking Biscoff is. He's full of shit.
Out of his cupboard.
Yeah. Literally out of his cupboard. Yeah. And like, look, he knows he's a good-looking guy. Like he knows that the girls watching. He knows the comments he gets, right? So he plays it up. At one stage, he fucking had his arms out. When did that happen? Why did he have a singlet on at some point? Like, where did the singlet come from? You know what I mean? Like, so there's now, you know, sex does sell, but what he's been able to do is been able to like he's really clever in engineering like commentary and shareability. So he's going, what are people going to comment about along this conflict, so they can get, because the conflict's a bit that people want to see. That's the bit, like, how's he going to do this? How's he going to put it through? And then also, like, in the techniques that he uses unnecessary techniques to make it. Like, there's no need for him to do a nice little, like, piping along the raw dough when he does it. There's no need to do that. He could have just scooped it on and done it. Right?
Yeah.
That's actually the most efficient way. It's just, like, get a spoon and put it on. But he's, like, made it look all pretty because then it's just satisfying, like... You know, and it does all the sounds.
I mean, the flowers you guys commented on, you were like, why is there flowers? And then the other half is, I like the flowers.
Yeah. The flowers I thought the flowers was like genius. There was no need for them. There was no need for the swirl on top, and there was no need for the flowers.
Yeah.
But exactly. Well, what did you do with flowers? That was dumb. Exactly. That's why he did it. He did it so you get in fucking comments and go, why the fuck did you put the flowers on it? You know? That's exactly why he did it, right?
Because when he did the piping on top, I was like, why pipe on top? And then that's probably where I might have swiped away. But then he did the flowers, and I was like, oh, flowers! Yeah. And then I kept watching.
We're going to send in this video of us criticizing his work and get his reaction.
Yeah, we should 100% do that.
Yeah.
Actually, we're catching up with him in New York when we were there in the first week, so I'm definitely going to show this video. But yeah, so all these little things are like interesting bits where like all those like sort of visceral reactions you get to like annoying parts or really happy parts, those highs of emotions. Those are you want those. Those are the things that gets people to react, you know, and it gets them to engage and comment. Like if it doesn't and it just like has everything nicely smoothed out, it just becomes vanilla and no one gives a fuck, right? You want these conflict pieces. You want to make people like have a say. Everyone has a fucking opinion, right? Like everyone wants to give it. Like we all just ripped him to pieces and he's crushing it in life, like, you know. So like we want these things because we want the engagement. Right, that makes sense. Yeah. And then that end bit where he actually, where he's giving the people the taste, the catharsis, the resolution of it. He actually does do this in quite a few of his videos. Actually, if you watch them all the way through, so you probably swiped. But he actually, a lot of people will watch it till the end of those, and you can tell that they do because of the viewership. Like, you can just tell by the viewership. Oh, and the comments, and the comments. Because you can say, like, people disagree with or agree or disagree with the people eating it. So you can see that enough people are watching it till the end because they really want to know, do people like it? You know? But you don't need everyone to. Like, actually, like, getting a video to 90 to, like, an 80 to 100% watch rate is fucking hard.
Yeah.
If you're getting an 80 to 100% watch rate, you're at, like, 30 million. Right, and then at 30 million, you're like life changing. Like if one of you guys get a 30 million view video, like it's gonna be life changing. It's actually life changing. Like you, especially like
we don't even have a 30 million.
No, we don't have a 30 million video. Right, our best is 11, and that was life changing. You know, like it changed our business overnight. So you don't need it to go. Like you don't have to worry. Oh, he could have got more people to the end if he just chopped it or whatever, maybe, but he might not have got the same satisfaction. You might not have got the same satisfaction levels from the people who did really like it, right? So don't cut off the resolution just because you think it might be boring. You need the resolution. Okay? Yeah. Cool?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So now that we've all had that little thing, we're going to watch some more. And so I want you to just try change your lens a little bit to like, what's the cool stuff that they're doing? Like, don't critique it because these guys have all got millions of views and we all don't. So let's not critique. Let's find the good stuff. And so we can steal the good parts of the video that we go, like if there's something in there that makes you go, oh fuck, why is he doing that? Remember it because that's the thing you want.
Do it yourself.
So do it yourself. You know, because those are the things, those moments that make you get this emotion that go, fuck, why has he done that? Or why are they doing that? That's the thing you want. Okay? That makes sense? So we're going to watch another one.
I'm already liking the black gloves.
Yeah, I like the black gloves. Okay.
This is Logan Ma, the king of chili sauce in China. It's been selling hundreds of millions of bottles every year for less.
Sorry, let me just start this again. I'll turn the volume up a little bit. Nice. It's just fucking stupid.
King of chili sauce in China. It's been selling hundreds of millions of bottles every year for the last 2 decades. But will we script?
That can be tasty.
They've got a big shot. So.
Okay. What's our thoughts?
I love his facials.
Yeah, like he's not really
He's not really
about how it
talking.
tastes. It's just, I mean, there is a bit of text across the front, but it's more.
It's obviously shot by like really good, like the videography's really good in it. The ramping and the cuts and stuff, it's like real professional, and it's all kind of flat on. There's no fucking around. Like it's all square and single point, and it's done really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty tight.
It's got a good backing track and the anticipation of all of us waiting like, ooh, does he like it? Does he hate it? That was a bit of a moment and he dragged it out, which was awesome.
Dragged it out for ages.
Dragged it out for ages, bro. Which we were all waiting quite.
Yeah, the pace, like the change in pace is really fun. Like the first bit, it's so fast. You're like, this is blah blah blah, and then he goes into making the ice cream, and then you're watching it turn into ice cream for like 5-6 seconds.
Yeah.
So the pace is like slow, and then his review is even slower than the ice cream being churned.
Just dragging it out.
Yeah.
Because we want to know, we want to know the resolution.
Yeah, we're all the way there now. We have
Yeah.
to do it. Yeah. Oh, have we lost someone? I think Jim.
Oh, my back? Good.
Yeah, you're back. Okay, there you go. Yeah, what else? Other people's thoughts?
I didn't like it. I would have definitely swiped across. I could see like from the get-go when he was making the ice cream, like that was shit ice cream. Not interested.
What about if it was Biltong? Would you have liked it then?
It depends if he started well, but like you could just see like from the get-go, like it's just not the right ingredients for the ice cream to make it look super creamy. And then when you looked at the ice cream, it was all icy and not actually creamy at all. So like I'm definitely calling bullshit on. He was like, surprisingly creamy. That wasn't creamy. That was icy.
Would you comment?
Would you comment? Sorry, go Dave. What was that?
I'm kind of in the same camp though. Yeah, it wasn't really for me. It didn't draw me in as much as the sourdough, just personally.
I also feel like, I mean, Lao Gama is a like household in any household item in any Asian family.
Yeah.
And so for me, I was so intrigued. Like I knew it wouldn't. Like that's like obviously that kind of stuff. It's like fermented bean with you can get it with peanuts and all this stuff, and it's very savory, sometimes bitter. But I wanted to watch it all the way through. So I think like maybe you wanted to watch the sourdough one because you understand what Biscoff is. I'm not that interested in Biscoff. So when I watched that one, I had the same kind of reaction. I'm like, oh yeah, like okay, whatever. Yeah, it will sourdough, cool, swipe. But when I watched the Lao Gama one, he had tapped into another audience, which is Asians. And I can guarantee you, every Asian who stopped and saw this video watched the whole thing.
100%.
So Joni, like I mean, I go through like a jar of that probably like every week in our household. I think for me, it's just like I love cooking and I know what good ice cream looks like and what shit ice cream looks like, and that for me immediately I was like, that's shit ice cream. So for me it's really just like a personal thing where I was like, nah, like he's doing it for the video, he's not actually doing it for the like that. He's not actually doing it for the ice cream, if that makes sense. Where like for me the sourdough is like there's no hiding around the sourdough. Like the sourdough either works or it completely flops. And I felt like his commentary was also trying to like justify that it could actually work. Where I would have actually enjoyed it a lot more if he was just like, this is terrible. The ice cream is all icy and the flavor combination with the fermented beans is weird and it shouldn't go.
So there's something here, right? So you're going into what you think will be good, and you actually have no clue at all, Nick, if that was good or not. You looking at it thinking you know, and you actually have no idea. But that doesn't make it a good video or not.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Who gives a fuck what your opinion is? It doesn't change the quality of the video, right? So this is the thing we got to get clear here as a team. It doesn't matter what the fuck you think about the idea. Is the video good? Because what you need to know is that like I watched this video and I'm not the same as you, Nick. Like I have it in our house, we use heaps of it, but I want to know. I'll watch this long enough to go, is it going to be good or not? And then I actually think when I watch this, yeah, it might be icy, like the ice cream might be quite icy and not made well, but also he's done it for a TikTok, so I get it that he's not exactly making the best ice cream right here. He's just trying to do it for the TikTok. So I would still give this a shot. Like I still reckon I'd give this a crack. But my thing is that doesn't matter. The thing is that he's hooked you in by going, this is a fucked up thing to put in ice cream. Let's give it a go. And then his resolve of it is catharsis, is his opinion, and you being negative against it is exactly what he wants.
But Stan, sorry, what I'm not clear on is, like, this wouldn't have hooked me in. Like, I would have watched maybe like the first 5 seconds, then I would have been like, no, like I'm over it.
Yeah.
I do have like a counter argument to that. It's that we're all forced to watch this right now, and it's not in the way that we would typically behave when we're consuming content.
Yeah.
So as much as like I want to say, let's say I don't want to watch Hercules make Biscoff sourdough. Let's say it's that. I actually don't know that because I'm being forced to watch this.
Exactly.
So only until I start scrolling on my feed and I kind of understand what I'm analyzing and whatnot, will I then be able to say, oh shit, I actually swiped past that or not. So
yeah,
like you have these strong opinions, but there's a big chance that you come across this and you watch it, you have the negative reaction, and then you comment.
Exactly. I was going to say the same thing. The fact that you're so passionately against this, Nick, is the reason you would have watched this and you would have been in the comments going, you're full of shit, that's shit ice cream. Fuck you bullshit artist. Right? And then he would have been like, thanks for the engagement.
Yeah, I just got really confused.
Where are the Asians at? Defend me. Let's get the South African. You know, but like, so I guess what I'm trying to get across is like, let's not judge it on that. Let's judge it on the techniques that they use. Let's judge it on the storytelling that he's used instead, because that's more important, right? There's no use going, oh, I wouldn't do that. It's like, well, there's at least 3 other people who said they would, so that's not the right way to look at it, you know? I hate this. The right way to look at this is to go, what did he do well to hook us in? He hooked us in because it was fucked up. Like, who the fuck's going to put that in ice cream? That is enough of a hook to go, either I really want to see it, or that's disgusting, why would anyone do that? You know what I mean? So there's enough of a hook, and actually it's a product that everyone knows. Like it's a really well-known product. We know what ice cream is, hooks in. I really liked I really like what Joni said about the speed of the content. He slowed us down. He got us through at the beginning really heavy, which is a hard bit to get us through. And then he slowed it right down, and then he fucking, the anticipation. It's like, I've come this far, fucking tell me the answer. You know, like, give me the answer, you bastard, it's taking so long. That last bit was longer than all the rest of it. Which is annoying, but also smart.
And just another little thing that does really well is it matches the ramping of the edit with sound, and the ones that do that that really is rewarding to watch. Yeah. When he ramps, like, your speed of his arm moves and it stops and there's a slap, like that stuff's just real easy to achieve, but actually makes the video real enjoyable, especially at that start when it's like quite frantic. All that stuff just makes it really rewarding to your head to go, fuck that visual, and the it's all in sync. And there's quite a lot of good pacing there as well. Like he's done it. There's cuts on beats rather than just random.
Yeah.
Which he does. That video's shot really well.
It's shot really well. Yeah. There's a proper good video of the editor on that. That's really good stuff. But they're not difficult techniques.
No.
And CapCut as an editing software, the free TikTok editing software, CapCut, that you can use on your phone, has all that speed ramping built into it. So it's called CapCut. You can get it on your phone and on your desktop for free editing. It has speed ramping, you know, that do we know what we mean when we say speed ramping? The change in the speed of the video. It's not just like it doesn't just jump to the next speed. Like it's not like just 1x to 3x speed. It speeds up
and then stops.
And then it stops. Right? That's called speed ramping. So you'll see it when.
That's good videos.
I'll just play it really quickly again. See all that like speed?
It's been selling hundreds of millions of bottles every year for the last 2 decades. But
yeah, so those little bits of the movements
that are super fast and stop.
That's called speed ramping. So that if you actually look at the speed of it changes over time. It doesn't just jump from 1 times speed to 3 times speed. It moves slowly
like
through the
accelerating in a car.
Yeah.
You start at 0 and then you speed up until you get to fast and then you suddenly stop.
Yeah.
And that's just ramping.
So it's one kind of longer clip rather than just cutting it like you're showing the bottle and then cutting in, and it's
exactly.
We not jump cuts, but it's different.
Yeah, exactly. I can. What I'll do is some of these techniques. If Otter's listening, we'll find a couple of videos on how-tos for speed ramping and stuff using CapCut. There's heaps of stuff. We won't waste our time here because it's just a technique you need to learn. It's really simple to do, especially in CapCut. You just like literally push it, and it gives you different options for how to speed ramp. That you can just pre-select it and hit it. So we'll get into it.
And we'll do the beat. I'm just going to say this for beat. I cut some beats as well. Like when you do music, if you can cut on beats, it's really good. And that's just an age-old technique that doesn't change.
Yeah.
Like if you cut off beat, then your brain just goes, that's weird. Whereas if you're cutting on the beats, then it means that your brain just is in tune with what you're watching. There's all of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's basically music, right? It's in 4s and 8s and 16s. It's the same principles.
And actually, sorry.
No, sorry.
In CapCut, it actually can. You can hit map beats, and it'll actually put little markers on all the beats for you, so you know, so you don't have to figure it out. It's not hard to figure out. It's usually where like the peaks of the sound bars are, but anyway, it dumbs it down for everyone. It's just like map beats, and it'll put a little marker in for you so that you can snap to where the beat shuts, so you can skip it that bit. But we'll find some videos to show you how to do that. All right, we're going to watch the last two, and we're not going to criticize these ones just yet. We're going to watch them both, and then we'll talk about them because I want to get through some other stuff. So, oh shit! How did that one start playing?
Correct.
Confidence is high for this one. Cheese smells fantastic. Food that has the flavor. I think that's how it does. And does it resemble carbonara exactly? No, it doesn't. It doesn't have the mouthfeel. But flavor is there. It tastes exactly like a carbonara. Close. Bacon. Pancetta. Very close. What if I hit you with an acid dish? Carbonara. Fucking no.
Okay, we'll watch the next one. This one's a little bit different. It's not a Willet sourdough, but it's a similar concept. It's the same guy. I think it's quite good.
This is dehydrated chocolate pie, but it's better when it's wet.
Yeah.
All right, so we're not going to break these down. I just wanted to watch those anyway. We're going to move on because it's already 5 to 9. But there's just some extra things there. So I put that last one in there, Jennifer, because I thought also for the smoking, like there's some cool techniques that they used of like the hyperlapse or the time lapse of it smoking. Like it's quite hard to put that in a smoker, but like maybe a GoPro in a casing could probably handle it. Maybe, I don't know.
I've got a smoker with a window as well. I can turn the light on.
Perfect. Yeah, some stuff like that to do, which is quite cool. I'm gonna move to the next one because I think we talked a lot about those sorts of techniques. Okay. This is for you guys and Kylie. So this is Roman's it. So Roman, just to quickly bring you up to speed, we're just watching videos and we're critiquing them, and I've already told everyone off we've been super negative. So what we're trying to do is find out why the videos are cool as opposed to why they're not, because these all have multiple millions of views and we're all full of shit. So let's just think of the
exactly. We've all got something to learn from them. Cool.
Exactly. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so these ones are like parents versus child. So what I want to get across is the environment's not right. Like the environment of like father and son in a gym doing like sort of pranky, having fun, playing with each other isn't a popular style, which is good because then it means there's something new there. But the style, the concept of like a kid pranking a father or like at least trying to have one over their parent is a popular thing. It's no different to Joni and I having one over your boss. So there's just a couple styles here I want to watch and just like just have a think about them.
Tomorrow at 11:30 is your the ortho to get fitted for your retainer. What the hell are you guys doing?
Dave's like, cringe.
It's so cringe.
What was the audio?
It was the mum talking to them and then them doing this, whatever this thing is. Okay, get it? We're all probably a little bit too old for this content. Maybe Daesh isn't. Hey? No. Nate's not. Nate loves it. But okay, this video has something like 9 million views. Okay. Now, why?
Can you play it again?
Okay, we'll play it once more.
Tomorrow at 11:30 is your the ortho to get fitted for your retainer. What the hell are you guys doing?
Okay,
So the mum's trying to explain a story. Hey?
I want them to have thoughts before.
Yeah. Let's have some thoughts, because it's... Yeah, let's just have some thoughts. I'm not going to preload you.
Yeah.
It's at this point where I realize that like I've gone too far and I just need to put my phone down and do something. I've literally just wasted 10-15 minutes buggering around, like this is dumb. And then I have that existential question of like I should just delete social media off my phone if I'm getting caught watching this shit.
Good, so we have a real good positive negative emotion. Hey?
Was there sound in the background of it, or was just them doing their
they
dance?
can't hear.
No. There's just the mum trying to tell her story, and then they just do this thing while she's trying to tell her story.
Yes.
And then she asks at the tail end, like, what the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. It's good because you know they're just like trying to piss off the mom, I guess. It's just that kind of like
It's also the son. The son is leading it, and it looks at first like the dad doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And then after a little bit, they're
kind of like those videos of like the kids doing the TikTok dance, and then like all of a sudden the older generation, you think they're not gonna know, but then they're cool, and then they know the thing.
Yeah.
It's
like a funny take on like you grow up and you become just like your dad, and now your mum's stuck with two versions of your dad. You know? Is that was that the joke?
For sure. What do you say? Right?
Or like it's more inclined like how the son would respond, or that's his joke, and we expect the dad to be on the mum's side, but the dad's kind of jumping on board with the son, which I didn't expect it. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It looks funny. It's funny because the dad's doing it.
Reminds me of from my kids at the moment is my daughter who's 8 saying that the way that my partner says cringe is cringe, and she's sort of like is teaching us, and she's 8. You know, she sort of goes, "Oh, when people say cringe, it's like it's real cringe, like." You know, you're not saying it with enough authority, mum. Like, what? Why? You're a mum. Why didn't you know this shit?
That is so funny. You can't win.
That's so good. But the way that I understand what she's saying,
Yeah.
like if you say cringe,
Yes,
you're
right.
like, oh, bro, that was cringe.
Yeah.
Like, don't say it that way.
You don't say that word.
No.
That is so fucking stupid.
Just say like or something like.
That is so dumb. But yep. Okay, so like, look, for me, what I took away from this is that I agree with you, Nick. Like at this point in time, you should just go to bed. But you know, it's one of those things where like you're tapping into so much truths that we know. Like it's really what's his name from Modern Family?
Phil Dunphy.
It's real Phil Dunphy. Like Phil Dunphy was such a lovable character in Modern Family because like, you know what? Actually, a lot of the time, dads are this character. Like, if dads with their sons are the ones taking the piss out of their mum, like, it often is, like, you know, it's always good to have one over and they're the more playful. It's like a trope, I should say, like, as in TV and things like that. So it's like, so there's all that stuff, cool. But the simplicity of it is awesome. The simplicity of this is super easy, where, like, you can take something that shouldn't happen, where it's unexpected that the dad's going to do this, and then have it one camera, 7 seconds or something like that. This video got 4.8 million likes.
So it's like what? How many views?
Oh, I was at 20, I think. 20 million.
Yeah.
So it was like 20-something% engagement. Like, people got into it. And because the dad crushes it is the thing. Like, if you're going to do these, like, if you want to ever do this, no, that's me. If you're going to do this, like, so one, Kylie and his daughters, but also you guys, if you're going to do, I'm not saying you have to do this particular video, but if you're going to do this thing where it's unexpected that the dad does the thing, he has to crush it. He has to nail it. Otherwise,
You can't
it
just
does become
fumble
cringe.
through it.
Yeah.
You know? He has to nail it, yeah. And so that's saying us, but it's super simple, like such a simple thing. I'm not saying you guys have to do this video, but you have to like doing the setup where like, you know, you're in a boxing gym, people are trying to ask you something, and then you guys just do this thing, this weird like thing that you keep doing when people are trying to have serious conversations or something. I don't know what that is, but I'm just.
And there's no, they don't speak. There's
Yeah.
no dialogue whatsoever. It's just all visual, like real simple visual comedy, and they fucking nailed it.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone in the world can watch it.
Yeah, there's no barrier.
Yeah, you don't have to hear what the mum says to just be like, what the fuck? I wasn't expecting the dad to jump in like that. Exactly. It crosses all language barriers. Okay, let's watch another one. This one cracks me up.
We should do this mid-match.
So it says, if you can't read it, blowing my dad a kiss to see his reaction. What do you want to do it?
Blowing my dad a kiss to see his reaction.
Wait. It's so good. It's so good. It's such a good video.
Yeah.
Like, it's dumb. It's no value to life.
Straight away.
You'd watch it
and go straight back to that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Look, it's not gonna make your life better, and it's not gonna make you a better person from watching it, but like, it's fucking crack up, because it's such a simple thing. Like, who would do that? Like, you would probably hit him around the head if you did that to you.
In the gym, I'll kick him.
Yeah, exactly. That's like kind of why I did it, because it's kind of like a funny thing. Like, he's trying to like.
I'm in training.
Yeah.
And kiss him.
Keep doing it.
Around the gloves. Like.
And like, because they're brown, right? Like, for those of you who are brown, like, you kind of know, like, if I did that to my dad, he'd do the same thing. He'd fucking punch me in the head. You know, like, it's just the thing that people get it. Like, they get the.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
there's a huge amount of people who don't have that kind of like intimacy with their parent.
Yeah.
Right? It's a thing. No, it's a thing.
I love it.
The other thing that he's done really well is he without, I don't know intentionally, but the build-up's really good, because he looks, and then you know something's going to happen, and you want to see what it is, and you know the dad's quite staid because he's doing paperwork. Like, it's all the cues, the visual cues are real clever.
Yeah.
It's like because he looks around and you're like, well, fuck, what's he going to do? He's going to do something, and then you want to watch that. You want to see.
Agreed.
It's
I actually
really
think
well
the
set
build-up
up.
was really good.
Yeah, it's really good. Real simple, just single shot, but it's fucking like it's organised really well.
And
really
geez, and even how long it took the dad to actually hit him.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, he thinks that, I'm good.
Yeah. And then the camera moves, and that's good. Yeah.
And so, like, so for all of us, like, you're not all going to make this sort of slapstick comedy sort of shit, right? But like that, what Nate just said is so important. Like the pacing of the video is so important. Like holding.
I
like,
want to ask you
holding
to
the
watch it
joke.
again. Let's watch it again.
Yeah, watch it
I'll
again.
watch it again.
Yeah.
Blowing my dad a kiss to see his reaction.
Oh, it's so good. Such a good one.
It's what I really like. It's that the first frame tells the whole story. So you don't need to get past at the first glance you understand what's happening because he's got it with him and his dad. You can see the kind of relationship that they have. They're both males, which obviously makes it like, okay, I want to see him blow a kiss to his father. And then you know that, like, I mean, you don't know, but typically, like, immigrant families, they're just not intimate with their families, so you're like, okay, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
And then the on-screen text is everything you need to know to understand what you're about to watch through.
Yeah.
So at that first second, that frame, perfect, nailed it.
And they even do text to audio.
Yeah.
So they do the text to audio thing to have the audio in it, so he, on top of it, because he can't say it to the video, and he can't because he's right there with his dad. He can't be like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna blow a kiss to my dad." Like, he can't do it. So, but he still gives you the audio cue by doing text to speech. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's move on. We'll keep watching it because I want to talk about some other ones too. This is essentially a similar style. It's a similar style, right? It's not as funny as the other one, but like it's got that, like, what I wanted to get across is like people seeing you two on camera are gonna get it, to get the dynamic, and that if you act like a dickhead in class especially, and you'll kick his fucking ass. You'll kick his ass, which is the best bit. Like the reaction's real.
Yeah.
The reaction's real. Now we don't say we have to do as stupid skitty comedy because that's different, but it's just that setup, real simple. Like nothing too much. You know what's about to happen. Like you don't need a lot of storytelling. You let the video do the heavy lifting for you.
It's funny because the first one, I don't know if it was set up or not, but you don't think it is. Whereas this one, it's a little bit more set up.
A little bit more set up.
Dad's reaction with the ice cream is not as natural.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. I think that makes it less enjoyable because you don't. The other one is real.
It's real.
Yeah.
Also the framing.
If it's not, but even if that's not real, which probably isn't, it feels fucking natural.
Yeah.
So I think the more natural.
That's
video,
a good point.
Yeah. Like this one doesn't feel like when he does the ice cream thing, you instantly know he's acting. He's trying to eat the ice cream, and you wouldn't do that.
But it not just the acting, which was subpar. The framing of it.
Yeah.
So if you, I tell the video team this all the time. So you want to frame it as if you're in the situation with them. So for the dining table, when that fills up my whole screen, like I feel like I probably am the mother at that point, and that is what I would be seeing. But when you're watching a prank like that in this third video, I am a TV, and that doesn't make sense to me.
Totally.
And so therefore you feel
that's a
like
good
it's
point.
not natural.
Yeah,
that's
and
a
the
good point.
same for when you do. That's why selfie videos are so good because you feel like you're really close to them. You're talking to them.
FaceTiming.
Yeah. And it feels more natural, but when you set something up, you're gonna give off,
It's really interesting because I didn't think, from the other two, I didn't think about the camera being there, but that one I did.
Yeah.
I think the camera's set there, so it's like they know the camera's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you just instantly go. I didn't do that in the other ones because it's much more natural.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though the first one's locked off, you just don't think about what the camera's doing. Whereas that when you think about the camera.
Yeah. Because you're not in it. Yeah, it makes sense. That's a good point. Yeah. Funnily enough, that third one had just an ungodly amount of views. It was so dumb.
It's very like Facebook humor.
It's very Facebook humor. Yeah. It's very international.
Yeah, laugh track.
Non-Western
yeah.
like creators do this sort of stuff, and it goes off. But I guarantee you, with that particular one, it's a super young audience.
Yeah. Or old, like Facebook old.
Yeah, maybe. But definitely like.
My dad would send me something like this.
Oh, would he?
He'd be like,
I'll smack you in the face.
So funny.
This last one is real simple. I did it more for how easy it can be to make some stuff like for people. Anyway, that's what
Dad, a lot of people are asking about your skincare routine. I was wondering if you could talk about it.
I don't do skincare. I use Head and Shoulders.
What's wrong with this?
Like real simple, real dumb. Doesn't take a lot. Like, and it's kind of like almost. I mean, these guys are super famous, so it's a bit hard to comprehend like whether or not it was their fame that got them the viewership or not. But the point of the video is like it's filler content almost. Like it's just like dumb stuff that happens around the gym. Like, hey Dad, you know, and like you can do it real simple, one take. You don't have to think too much of it. And if you don't get the reaction, you just delete it.
Yeah.
Like if you don't get the thing out that you want out of it.
I have so many of those. My whole camera roll is filled with fail things of Stan. I'm like, hey Stan, this blah blah blah, and he'll give you the wrong reaction. I'm like, that's never single item.
And the same for everyone. Like when you're doing this sort of trend stuff, like you're capturing things, like capture everything. And if you think it's especially a part of your plan, just do it. It might not work. Like this one, you probably wouldn't have done that one out maybe, but because these guys are famous, it worked. Like I don't know, they got
their faces are recognizable.
Yeah, their
like,
faces are recognizable, and that's why it's funny because he's making the eyes go wide. That you know that's not normal. Okay, so that's Parent First Child. I'm gonna keep moving through this because I want to make sure we get through.
Blowing my dad.
Okay, so I've got some more that are more from like a personal brand perspective. Like we talked about being more the expert coach, and I got a few in here to look at. I got the three on the right are like some more coaching style technique ones, but I'm gonna get to them last. And this is actually for everyone, like the ones on the right, just some ways of like we'll talk through like education style stuff. The ones on the left I thought are also quite interesting for your brain personally. So the one on the left, let's just watch this one and I'll quickly explain.
What's the text?
The text on it says me during any slight inconvenience.
Nice.
Right? So
I'm
it's
really
real
attracted to her now.
Hey?
I'm really attracted to her now.
Yeah. I mean, go watch her profile. It's fucking amazing. She's awesome. She's got stupid amounts of followers in Toronto. But why I put that one up actually, just so everyone's got context, like Rod's probably like 50%, almost maybe 40% women in your gym. And I've seen some of them kick and I'm like, oh fuck, like I don't want to be in front of those legs, you know, like they'll fucking smash you. It's a contrast thing. Like it's not like there's nothing to say obviously that like from a gender perspective that people can't do or anything. We just don't see a lot of it. It's not normal for us to see a woman kick like that, which is awesome. And like some of the girls in your gym doing that sort of thing, it's crazy. You watch them do it and you're like, holy fuck, they will take my head off with that kick. And so I thought from you, like you've got quite a diverse range of people in your coaching. Like, you don't just have a bunch of like ripped dudes like kicking away. Like you got all sorts. But then when each and every one of them does their shit because they know how to do it, they look that impressive. And I thought you could capture just that sort of stuff. Like these are the people I train. This is how good they are. You know what I mean? You don't even have to talk.
Sure. Nah, that's real, and then it's real relatable. Every time I give an inconvenience,
exactly.
Everyone has an inconvenience.
Yeah, exactly. Real simple prompt. Going, fuck yeah, I wish if someone pissed me off, I wish I could kick them in the head. You know what I mean? Like, and so for everyone else, like it's a real simple storytelling thing, right? It's like showing something that's like not normal. Like you don't see a lot of it. When I say not normal, I mean it's not normalized on TV or on social media. How often do we see a woman in combat sports? It's just not a big thing that you see a lot of. It does happen, but it's not a common thing you see everywhere. You know.
I mean, in general, women in sports is not as much viewed as anything else. Like shorts, you don't really clip a lot of like women's sports shorts. Even. Regardless.
Exactly. It's always been a thing, right? That's been the whole fight around this media, sports media stuff, right? Is that women just don't get the airtime. So if you're giving the airtime to them as well, it adds to your brand. And actually for you, like. It doubles your base, right? Like, if you're only targeting men, then fuck, you just lost half the population in terms of clientele. Like, why not have both? So I thought that one's like quite an easy one. It's simple. It's just set up conflict resolution repeated, right? So you guys, this is an interesting technique too. That like we talked about, like in Willett Sourdough, you set it up with Willett Sourdough Biscoff. conflict was making it. The resolution was the taste of it, right? Like, is it good? And here, the setup is stance, bag, then the conflict's her having to go do the motion, and the resolution's that slap, right? And then it repeats. And it just goes. And you do like 9 of them. So you get this like constant dopamine hit of setup, conflict, resolution as you watch it. It's really satisfying to watch. And so sometimes you'll have these like little small actions that you try and show. Just keep showing them like over and over and over. Yeah. Does that make sense about that? Like the repeated, yeah. If you're doing something like actually the guys with like the food, like if you're doing something that's like say for instance like you're snapping chocolate to like see does it crack nicely, like it's like maybe that's something, right? And you just keep showing it over and over to see the different ones or something like that. There's heaps of ways to use that technique, and it's super effective because people go, I get it, so I'll just keep watching. I like the first one, so I'll watch the next 6. There's no reason to not see that video through if you like the first one. Any other thoughts about that one before we move to the next bits? Any other, because I'm talking a lot now.
I like that it's like for ease of actual filming, it's something she actually already does in her day-to-day life. So to set up a camera, she's not talking, she's not whatever, she's actually just training. For any of you guys, when you're doing your mundane tasks, is there anything that you can just set up a tripod and film and then maybe overlay something, put in on-screen text to give it more context or whatnot? That is like gold because you did nothing. Like if that makes sense. All you did was place it, press record, and now you have this library of stuff. So that's also something to keep in mind because for you, Rod, like you'll have so many things like the fighting stuff, and you just change that on-screen text all the time.
I like the tone. It's like dark. And it kind of fits the
aesthetic.
The aesthetic fits the phrase as well.
She can use that same clip and change the text over and over again. She can use that same clip and be like, when my best friend's like boyfriend cheats on her. When like anything.
That's a real good point about that, setting up with the camera. That's a good thing. Document more of your stuff so you've got the clips when you need them, when you have the idea. Because that's obviously over about 6 days.
Like she didn't plan this video she didn't think, oh, this is the video I'm gonna make, I need to film myself every time I go training. She just thought, I'm gonna train and I'm gonna film it because I'm probably checking her progress or whatever, I make content, I just need to film it and then stitch this together to make this video out of it, like recycled pieces. So it's just a good thing to know.
Film everything.
It'd be better if she was a bit more attractive though.
Oh, fuck. No. He's trying to get cancelled. He's trying to get cancelled.
Got the reaction.
Okay, this one is the reason this one went viral is probably because I didn't go super viral, but it's Israel. It's from his profile, but I like the style because you do fight nights and stuff, and so I like the style. So this is why I've got it here.
prediction for the final. Man, that proper kid's got some cannons. That 3-2 he throws, he's a sharp young fellow. It's the first time I've been able to watch him fight live, and I'm highly impressed.
That was it. Maybe it didn't download that.
Oh.
Anyway, no, I think maybe it was a little. Okay, so to be honest, for the most part, it's a pretty boring video for most people. It's only really going to be interesting for people who are in the fighting world. But I think it does a lot. Like it does a lot for both for the guys in there about talking about their experience and where they are in the world that they live in. And I think like as a world building tool, I think it's really good.
Mm.
I think it got a lot of views because it is who it is.
Like a shortened version would be pretty good, like showing who won in the end.
Yeah.
The reaction from Israel and Dan was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And like the filming style wasn't, it was literally looked like literal
Yes.
Israel's view on what he was watching. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's lots of good techniques. And I think you're right. I think it could almost been 3 videos, one for each of the fights, kind of thing. But I think like for you, capturing these moments from the coach's point of view, I think is really good.
Definitely showcase the fight night, bro. Yeah.
Who else? Like, what do other people think about that? Like, would anyone else have watched most of that through? Do you think? I mean, it's hard. I know it's hard to tell, but like, nah. Anyone else? No. Most people going shaking heads.
What about a shorter version?
Yeah.
Yeah, a shorter version. It was interesting. I've never been to a fight like that before, so as somebody who's not really exposed to that, it was interesting to watch it. But yeah, a shorter version would keep my attention for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't quite understand the story that they were telling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the perspective, or
That is an interesting thing too. I was wondering that as well. If people understand what like the 8-man tournament is, because not everyone understands what an 8-man tournament is and why it's important and why the fight was going on. Yeah. Yeah. So I think personally it got its views because of who it was.
Yeah.
But I also think there was like lots of good stuff around it. The fact that they used a real camera, not an iPhone, was really good. It felt proper. Like it felt like I was watching, and I was right there.
Yeah.
Hey, like you felt the vibe of what it's like to be at a fight night. I feel like. So I think there's a lot of good stuff about it. I think it was too long. I don't think like if you put that up, it would probably get like it would flop because you don't have the brain power of Israel and Dan to get it through. But I don't think it's a wrong thing to do because I think from a brand perspective, it's real good. You don't like the same for everyone. Like you don't need every video to go viral. Sometimes it's just good for brand power to go like because if Rod put that up alongside all this other stuff, it shows you I'm not just a coach. I actually my guys fight. And then people are like, oh fuck, like these events are cool. Like this is awesome. I've been to your events. They're cool. They're exciting. They're fun. Like. So like you get that feeling. It builds a world for him. Yeah. Okay, let's quickly watch these other ones. Or not quickly. Let's go into these other ones. These ones I'm more focused on. These are more coaching style ones.
If you throw a jab over and I haven't taken this step out yet, I don't really have a choice if I want to get around you because I'm already down here and I've already slipped your jab. What am I going to do? Take that step now and then shift. You're going to hit me with the right hand because your back foot's going to turn that corner. So ultimately, if I'm here, oh shit, I slipped your jab, boom, I might have to just get here fast. If I get here fast, now I have fucking options. Good, again. Nice shot.
I'm going to watch all 3 of them and then we're going to talk about them just so we can see the different styles.
So when somebody cocks back and punches like that, they're using less speed than they could. They're cocking back like that. What you want to do to gain speed and power at the same time, your back fist, your knee, and your hip is going to push forward, right? So it's going to look like this. So you get more speed and they don't see it coming because it's going straight. You're not winding back and punching. So, again, right? Again.
So I twisted and pushed my shoulder into it and it snapped back. But at the same time, I did slip right after I throw a punch. So that allows me to be defensive for counter punches. Right? And that's how you throw a straight punch.
Okay, just some thoughts and feelings about all of these. Like, what are we from everyone as well? Or maybe Rod, you can start. Feel sort of.
Yeah, I feel it's. They should agree to be like there's a small target audience for these. Like me and Dish would like that. We'll be more critical of all of this. Like we'll say all the bad things about. Whereas other people will go, mean. They'll take So that's a good takeaway.
Yeah.
I like how short and sharp I like how short the second one was for the attention span. The first one at what Journey was saying earlier had the setup, had a bit of the conflict, and the resolution was really good. Like he really established each phase, and then on the pads it looked really cool, and we could see him pivoting off. The second one was just not clickbait, but it was cool just to see some skills. The last one, he's such a big dude, and he had some really good points, and some of the stuff was a bit off, but like that's where you get people in the comments saying, "Oh wow, you're not supposed to do all of that," but I like them.
Cool.
I like them. Yeah.
What are other people's thoughts?
Yeah, I really like the last one. I thought maybe it's just something about having one person in the video as well. It's like the first one and the last one, there's just one person in the bag. It kind of keeps your attention more focused, maybe. I guess, and for me, who's not a trained, I've never been in a gym, fighting gym, I found it really interesting. Content, like it's kind of content that'll be like, I'll watch that, because even though I'm not interested in learning how to fight, really, it's interesting.
What I find really interesting is that I assume they're all really good. I just assume they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You just assume they're an expert. I have no fucking idea, but I just assume all of them are really fucking good at what they do because they've made a video explaining how they do something. So therefore, I assume that they're really fucking good at it, which you can do, right? And I don't know. I think experts would probably pull it apart and go, "This is wrong. This is wrong," which is again it makes commentary, so that's okay. But you just assume that like they're fucking awesome. And I want to go and learn from them. I was thinking I need to teach my son that because my son's going to have a fight. That's dumb, right? That's dumb. But I thought that, but that's what went through my head. I know something because his experts taught me this thing. That I don't know that, so I can pass that on. It's like fucking nuts, but that's how it went through my head.
Yeah.
I liked how basic the last one was. Yeah. The first one was it's quite specific. Yeah. And the second one is like, I would never put pads like that. Or I don't know much people would. Even though it's cool, it looks awesome. So that's the aesthetic video. Yeah. The last one was the basic video, which is super relatable to everyone. Super basic punch. He taught it well. His language was real direct. Yeah. And he's a big dude. He was good to look at. And he hits the bag pretty hard.
Which one of those three videos do you think did the best?
The second one.
The last one.
I like the first one. Still my
favorite. First one.
The last one.
Of those three.
I like the music in the last one. Yeah, there was, yeah.
Okay. Second, last, and then first.
Second, last. Oh, it's just like out of all five of them.
Just which one do you think did the best?
No, the three. Those three.
Oh, the three. Okay, the last one then.
Okay. Yeah, so that last one did twice the viewership, did 8-point-something million views.
Awesome. Yeah.
And I think Rod touched onto something of why it was the most basic. It talked to the most people.
Yeah.
So what I was gonna say is that like Rod's saying it's basic because that's his skill set. But when I read like how to throw a punch as whatever I am, it's something that I believe I can actually do, possibly.
Yeah.
So instead of like being it basic, it's like, oh, maybe this will actually have a wide appeal because people will believe that they can do it.
Because everyone can throw a punch who has 2 working arms, right? Or has 1 working arm, you can throw a punch.
Yeah.
And so this guy's telling you how to throw a punch.
Yeah.
Whereas this guy's telling fucking, like, I don't even know what he's telling me, right? I don't even know how to explain what he's telling me.
Yeah.
So it is an advanced thing. Yeah.
And I think another thing to like add on, I noticed was that, as Dad said before, this guy's quite big. So he probably does some like weightlifting and stuff as a main thing. It's not often that you see like weightlifters and bodybuilders actually kind of know what they're talking about when it comes to fighting. I've seen a lot of videos like that on TikTok where like they do like some sparring and stuff and it's just like it's so off.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. But this guy, he's actually teaching and he's doing it pretty all good. So, you know, to me, it's like, whoa, normally you would have somebody that's a bit skinnier like the guys in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, they're not all built and stuff.
Yeah.
So seeing this big guy actually teaching properly, you know, that's another thing as well. And
Kind of
more
like-
muscles is a bit more aesthetically, you know, like, oh, got big muscles.
Kind of like the girl kicking the bag, kind of done him.
It's like, I kind of thought of it when I was watching that guy, like, what's that guy, Jay, what's the guy, the martial arts dude and the actor, the black fella? Jay, is it Jay or something?
Yeah.
You know he's off you know the one. We watched
Yeah,
heaps
bro.
of his movies, bro.
Yeah. Blood
And
and Bone.
Hey?
Blood
Yeah,
and
Blood and
Bone.
Bone. It
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of that sort of aesthetic. It's like kind of build doing stuff that you don't normally see.
Mm.
You're right. You don't normally see guys that jacked throwing punches. Well,
you do, but they're shit. Like,
and I think for like the normal person, they don't really understand that you don't see a lot of people that big because actually these guys in the middle are big too.
I would have never had the same opinion that you just spat because what I'm thinking about is, oh, I'm gonna save this, and then when I'm alone in my lounge, I'm gonna teach myself how to
right.
But I think
I thought the same thing.
for the general public though, like the builtness is the bonus because he looks like he's like really worked hard in his gym and therefore he's
Exactly.
an authority.
That's
What it does for regular people.
I don't even think you'd consciously go, like you would consciously because you know it.
Yeah.
I reckon you won't even consciously say he's big, but there's something in your brain going, fuck, he looks the part.
Yeah, if it's a skinny
He
guy
looks the
doing
part.
that, it wouldn't have had as many views. If that guy was like a puny little skinny person, that
Yeah.
wouldn't have worked because
Yeah.
you just go, why is he trying to teach me? Because clearly a weirdo, he's not going to teach me how to fucking punch.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Also,
yeah,
like,
go
that it's savable content,
Yeah.
which is huge. So
Yeah.
savable content being like something that you can refer back to or something that you can share with someone. I think that would have gone a long way in terms of like his viewership
Mhm.
would have been much higher because it is savable and shareable. Whereas some of the other things, it's not really like that 8-man tournament. Like I wouldn't have saved
No.
it to watch it again. I would have
Yeah.
watched it once and been like, okay, I'm so glad that I watched that. Cool,
Yeah.
done. This throw a punch one, I'd save it, probably send it to my husband, be like, let's learn how to throw punches together.
Can you
Like,
video
I
that,
don't know,
please? Can you
all
do
this
that?
stuff.
Can you video yourself trying to learn how to throw a punch? I want to see that.
I mean, I could. Yeah, so that's a huge thing. Like, if it's savable, basic makes it more relatable, savable for me.
I don't need to be a boxer
Yeah.
to learn how to throw a punch.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right.
And so for all of us in this is a real good learning, is that like if we're teaching people something in our content, how do you teach everyone it? You know, because like not everyone needs to know how to like make an app, or not everyone needs to know how to design stuff, you know, or not everyone needs to know how to make chocolate. But what are some things that they could use it for, right? Like, for instance, in design, it might be like just how to make your house more pleasing, like how to arrange your furniture in a way that just gives you better use of your space or something like that, right? Like that's something we can all use as opposed to people who have $100,000 to make a cool bathroom, you know? So it's like, and then that way you get the viewership to find the people who actually do have the $100,000 to pay you, you know?
Yeah. Like, how do you slice your salmon? Like, literally that simple. Like, how do you slice a piece of salmon?
Yeah.
How do you
The best
take
way.
the bones
And
out of
that's
the
the most
salmon?
viral thing that people love on all of our
'cause then
accounts.
yeah, exactly. Because then
Just
we can all do that.
Yeah, we can all do it. We can all buy smoked salmon and slice it,
Yeah.
right? We all need, like, if we buy smoked
Yeah.
salmon, we all need to be able to do that, right? Okay, cool. So that was a bit there to learn from. Oh, okay. So, we lost Roman. You know what? I might come back for this one for Roman because I want him to see it. This is the sneaking in art, which I don't know if he wants to still do this, but here he is. Oh, you're here. You're on mute. But
I've actually been listening in and watching
Okay,
it
cool.
the whole time.
Okay,
I've just
cool,
been
cool,
setting
cool.
somebody else up.
No,
It's
cool. I want to show you these ones because, like, I don't know if you end up wanting to do this, Roman, but, like, I really want you to, and I've got some ideas of how we can do it. And I actually think we could do it as a bit of a, like, setup. We can set it up where where you're putting it, the people actually know that you're doing it. but we make it look like they don't know that you're doing it. Like, for instance, you could come and like, I went to the Attention Seeker office today and I like put my artwork up and they don't know and I've left it. And then it's like a video later on, you've just told Joni and she's recording me and me going up, who the fuck put this on the fucking wall, you know? Like, something like that, you know? So anyway, I just want to watch, there's 3 of them here that I want to watch. They're all slightly different in their, in the way that they've done it. Let me just put the video audio up.
Sneaker painting next to the Mona Lisa.
Alright, it's go time.
The Mona Lisa is right over there. And I'm going to put the Lana Misa right here. Nice.
I can't believe it.
How beautiful that is. Look at the crowd starting to form. They're taking pictures in front of it.
Oh my god.
Alright, Lana. Enjoy your new home.
That's terrible way. Oh my god. Okay, we'll watch all of them and then we'll talk about it.
Make a painting and put it in a museum. Okay. Oh! Can we get this framed? You're gonna notice this.
That's insane. I didn't know it was up there because last time I worked, which was 3 days ago, that was not there. So,
Do you get new paintings in here a lot? Like,
no, I mean, once an exhibit is like, did you guys put that up there? No, I'm joking.
That's so good.
You know, I actually panicking.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. My heart goes off. Yeah, 100%. Okay, just our thoughts?
I love them.
Yeah, I mean they're fun. Very
So
fun.
fun.
Naughty, cheeky.
Hero has to be naughty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess they're not doing it for art's sake. It's more the shits and giggles, I guess.
Yeah. Those 3 are definitely
doing it for art's sake. But you can put whatever really you want in there,
Yeah, true.
kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't think they're serious about the works though.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, they're
like
not.
at all. Which is a tricky thing.
Yeah.
I reckon. Like if I was just trying to imagine what it would be like if it was a real one.
There is one, and I couldn't find it. There's a Kiwi guy who did it at the Auckland Museum, the Auckland Art Gallery, and he put his one up, and I couldn't find it again, but he was actually artisan, and he remember me showing you that one? Yeah. He blew up and got like stupid amounts of views, and anyway, like he couldn't say who he was though, because he actually did something really illegal, like, and so, but his art was well known. I don't know what ended up happening with the story, but like, I guess for me, just for you, Roman, it's like these versions of it are quite like they're pranky, right? They're not like I get and putting it into a gallery or putting it into something, it's not necessarily a thing. I think it's like how do we show art in a way that like it shouldn't be, or like we're having to try like, you know, like, because like the artist struggle is a real thing, like, you know, like the artist struggle of trying to get my art somewhere for people to see it, because it's like a hard thing to do, but you're sort of like taking the mickey out of it a little bit. I think there's ways to do this seriously that's still good. I just couldn't find any ones that were doing a serious tone. But what I kind of want to go is like from a storytelling perspective, how did we feel about these?
I like them. There's good like suspense, and it keeps you watching through the whole video. Like,
and I like the interaction with the lady in the gallery. I think was it the second one. Like, how did that get there? You know, yeah, just
Did you do that?
have that interaction with someone who's not in on the prank is quite good.
Yeah.
I like the exclamation mark, like above the head, as she sort of like comes in, and it's like
that was a reference.
It reminds me of the AI reference from Fortnite.
There's a reference to video games. It's a video game. Yeah, it's Metal Gear Solid. It's a real it's a video game thing.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
I like that it has that sort of like mixed reality. Aspect.
But it almost seemed, I don't know, I wondered if she was in on it a little bit. Like, she had a good reaction and it was believable that she wasn't. But then you've got these guys in your gallery with their phones out for this one picture.
These particular
So
guys.
it could be like,
So these particular guys are, they've got a whole channel of them doing this. Like they've probably been in trouble before, these guys, for the stuff that they've done. Like, they tried to stay overnight in a mall by hiding in the bathroom, and then they got like a full-on eviction notice and everything, and they showed out the whole eviction. Like, these guys get in trouble all the time for doing dumb shit, so they do it for real, because in their mind they're like, what's the worst that can really happen? Like, I just get a spanking, you know? Like, that's kind of their thoughts. But you're right, like, you don't really know, like, is it, because like nothing's real on the internet anymore, like.
That didn't
but
distract
these
that.
videos you could do like anywhere with any kind of art you want and just tweak it to how you want to do it. And you're always going to have that initial, like, we're going to try and put it up somewhere, and then it's like suspenseful, like, oh, is it going to work, is it not, and then you have the end of how are people going to react to it.
I think that's the key. Seeing how people react to it. It's kind of this pretty fun content.
Yeah, it's really good.
Because I guess the conversation around art is, what is art, where should it be, etc.
I mean, like, there's nothing kind of stopping me from framing it that way on a platform, even if it's a real show.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I haven't thought about it. Like, I don't know how, like, whether I can do that or not. Yeah, it's interesting. I get the idea of sneaking in art, and in some ways, you know, like, I've done this a little bit. So I was in like the Venice Biennale, so they have a research pavilion, and I've got videos of it and stuff. It's from 2017, and it was just like, oh, they invited me to the research pavilion, and there's people kind of throwing my art around in front of the signs and stuff. Yeah, so it's interesting as an idea, because I think in Auckland especially, like, I'm not gonna be able to go in somewhere without them going, oh, hey, Roman, like, so they're gonna go, hey, what are you doing?
What are you doing in that suitcase?
I agree. I almost don't think, like, even the sneaking in the art part isn't really the idea. Like, the idea is, for me, is like, brainstorm, and happy to do this with you, Roman, offline. It's like, and even in the comment, in the, you know, the Teams chat and stuff, is like, where can we take this art where it shouldn't be, and like set it up for the video, just as a way of promoting something. So like, if there's an exhibition on, like, how do we get the promotion of that happening, of everyone going, oh, that's so funny. Like, for instance, like, imagine taking like some real fine art and like sneaking and hanging in at KFC or something, right? Like, and people are like, just being like, wait, that's like, it's why the fuck did we put it at KFC?
Yeah, I am.
But it like makes the video.
For Eric. Yeah, no, I don't think he's here today. Yeah, all good. No, I don't think so. I'm actually not in my office. It's my boss's office.
I love it.
Sneaking me into where I'm not supposed to be.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's another way. Yeah.
Cool.
So on that, Roman, what I thought is, like, I mean, we probably need to have a conversation about, like, what is the art that we want? Like, where is it? And it doesn't have to be the sneaking in thing. Like, the idea is like getting your art somewhere it shouldn't. So you're just building suspense with people, so they think it's funny or they think it's good. But actually, what it does is it's what we call the acquisition content. So it's the content that goes out and finds audiences, and then they follow and they come along for a journey. But then all your other content is more, like, it can be more art related, right? Like it can be better content that actually educates or teaches or shows your work, but like if we're wanting to get some form of an audience, like let's start with like let's go mass appeal. You know, so like how do we like put art in places it shouldn't be, or what we talked about the other day is like critiquing art, critiquing things that isn't art. Like this same storytelling model that these guys have done is still really good. Like how do we get like you know, like the interaction with the actual lady in the art gallery would be like you critiquing someone's car and then they come and like open their car and you're like, oh, so is this your piece of work? Like, you know, like having a conversation with them and how stupid it would kind of be. But technique wise, I think we've talked about most of them. I think what I like is that the setup's really good and you know it's not, like you know it's naughty. I think naughty, I'm not sure if you said that before, but naughty is like a good word. I'm going to keep moving forward because we can have some more discussions, but I just want to make sure I get through because I'm missing Tonga. I've got heaps of Tonga. I was just trying to find some. I've got two. I got like the tradie ladies. Hang on. I got show me your Tongan. Oh wait. Oh, where's the one slide? Oh, I have to send it to you. Where's the other slide gone? Oh, I've got another one which is design stuff. Hang on, where did that one go?
What have you done?
The educational bit. Give me a sec.
Just leave it on here, it's all good.
Yeah, now. So, Tonga, I went away and I found like 3 different concepts, right? I went like, it's really hard to find content with women on the job site. So I've got a few different styles that are different. There's no brown woman on job sites. I'll just put that out there right now. So I couldn't find any. So the only ones that I can find are Aussies.
Really?
Aussie women. There's a lot of Aussie tradies. So most of these women are all from Australia. You can probably tell by the fact that they're all tanned and out in the sun. They're all probably from Queensland. But there's a few different styles there, and I want to sort of talk about them and then like they're not quite right, but the concept of like the contrasting of stuff. So let's quickly watch them and we'll go through and have a chat.
And I said, well, how hard can it be? Boys do it.
I'm going to go for the next meeting.
You probably can't hear that very well, but it's just like, how hard can it be? Boys do it. You know, it's real simple. That video had 12 million views or something stupid like that. Go for it. You go. Nate's got to go.
I've got to go because I've got another meeting that I've got to just do a little bit of prep for.
Right.
Cheers, team.
Bye.
These can be confusing at first, but basically, this side here, you want to put on your straight edge 9 times out of 10. So with one hand, you want to hold it there, make sure it's right up against the top edge, not like this, otherwise you're not going to cut square. Hold your square with one hand, and then your circle can follow along this edge up there, like that. Another hand you use is you're using this to mark out your bolts and screws, so that there would be a 20 mil, and then you've got other notches here, the 30, 35, 40, so on. And then once you get a bit more into carpentry, you can use your roofing calculations here. Obviously you have your 45-degree cut here, but if you can see here it says pivot, so if you want to put your hand there, pivot out, you read it up here, and you can have whatever angle, like that on it, that'd be like 25, and so on for your 30-degree cuts, like that, and it's really handy. Of course you can also use it this way too, if your circle has a guard that gets in the way.
I'm just going to keep playing these through, just so we get them and we can talk about them.
I'm a tradie, of course I'm gonna have a foul mouth. Fuck, it's hot.
What's poppin'? Don't mind me, just watch it. Don't mind me, just watch it. Don't mind me, just watch it. Don't mind me, just watch it.
I love you.
Yeah, cool. I love you too.
I want to stay with you in your room, in your bed.
Okay, well that's not gonna happen. Anyway, so it's okay.
His face.
That's real weird.
Thoughts on shower beers?
Yeah, big, yeah.
Beers in the shower.
Occasionally.
Yeah, really good.
I'm a bogan, but just not a full bogan.
It's a must.
Definitely not. It's a given.
100%.
I don't really drink, no.
Are you underage?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing?
Corona.
I love a red Peroni.
Carlton Dry.
Carlton Dry.
VB, Melbourne, whatever's about $50 a slab.
I think B's good in the shower.
VB.
CC Dry. Go Northern. Pineapple Cruiser.
I think this is another one.
She sent me a missed call, probably wrong one. She's pissed, she's speaking in tongues. Last time told you I was focused on fun, that ain't changed, but the honey, they're gone. They're here for the moment, the next and they're gone. What's your intention? They're here for the moment, the next and they're gone. What's your intention? I'm stuck in my ways, some days I can't face, some days I'm just needing some space. It's life like a race, run at your own pace. You might just finish first place. I'm stuck in my ways, sometimes I just can't face. I'm stuck in my ways, sometimes I just can't face. Pissed at me, you said that I cheated your boyfriend, I was your best friend. Should've known all along, anything that kept us going was all of the sexing. You say the relationship ended when I lost your trust, it's true. You lost my too, and I hated you, but I learned a lot, that's true. Now the things that I needed to make a girl mine, it wasn't in you. So we never saw eye to eye to the day that we said goodbye, goodbye. Not trying to imply that all of the times were bad, sometimes it was right. But the good times hard to remember, I'm cutting you off like a placenta. What's your vendetta? I know how you think, no you're not doing better. My life going steady.
Okay, so my thoughts, Tom, around these is rather than these as being the actual videos, because they're not, they probably don't make a whole lot of sense, especially with your business. But what I thought is that you guys can be the ones taking the story of woman on a job site that isn't often told well or told right, and you can tell it. But for me, more than the types of videos, it's more about the themes that they're talking to that you guys can have conversations with. Like, and I put the street interview one in there as like I think that could be the style. Like you could go talk to these women about these other issues that happen on the job site as being a woman on a job site, if that makes sense. That was kind of where my thoughts are. But I wouldn't mind like quickly having chat if anyone's got any feedback on these, or Tom, your thoughts, because I've got one more slide on that. So.
I think the themes is a good
Yeah.
leading point, because I don't know how to use tools on a building site,
No, exactly.
but I'm really good on a tape measure. So I probably couldn't do anything kind of technical, but I guess I still have a lot of influence on what happens to the building site. So yeah, those themes could be, I could probably brainstorm some of those themes that we could talk about.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, and also like there'll be other women on these job sites that you go on that you can talk to who can show you some of the stuff. So what I thought as well is like if you're the one talking to these women on their job site and they're showing you how they do stuff, you get to become the center of the world of this person who's bringing the story to life, because you're telling all these other women's stories as well. So you get to own that space really well. Not a lot of people are doing it. There's a few creators here, each of them have got their own sort of stuff, but a lot of it's very comedic and like they still bring it to life with comedy, but it's only from one perspective of their perspective. And so they're just showing their work, where you could probably, because of the work you do, you're not just isolated to the work you do, right? You're on job sites working with all these other people who are doing other things. So you can start to tell the stories of people from different perspectives as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the odd time that there is a woman on site, you can hear them,
Yeah.
and we're like, where are they? And we kind of go find them and you connect.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have a good little giggle together, and yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought there's some stuff there, and then just because of time, it's actually like not that easy to find some stuff around this, but I found 3 examples of like just like ideas of like, again with themes. We talked about you going like, you know, like show me your boss's tongue without telling me your boss's tongue, and just different things that could happen. And they're just themes, right? Like to get across like the dynamics of what it's like. So anyway, let's just watch it.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh my god, sorry, did I do something wrong?
Shut the fuck up.
Pussy, what the fuck did you say? Stay on my bitch. Stay on my bitch right now.
Like I thought if you just swapped out girlfriend for boss, like there's a difference between me and Nate, right? Like
Literally.
Literally. Like, fucking someone talks to me like that, if I grab him by the throat, Nate's like, oh, it's okay, I'm sorry. Look, you want a cup of tea?
You know what's funny is that my husband, he is a tradie,
Yeah.
and he is ginger and white with freckles.
Oh, that's so good.
I could totally take the piss out of
I
him.
love it. Well, then you're gonna love the last one. It's gonna. I've nailed this one. Okay, let's switch on real quick. Oh shit. Okay. You can't really hear it, but obviously she's mum's yelling. But like, I thought the same thing. Like, it's just a funny thing. Like, it could be the perspective of your team. You know, like different, and it doesn't have to be the yelling thing. It's like any POV, your boss is Tongan, and like, you know, doing something. So it's just like real, like candid. It looks like you're them, real simple. All these videos as well that I'll show. Like, I think the smallest views on one of these videos is like 500,000 of all these that I've showed you today. So they've all like, there's something about them, and I'll send this deck out so you've all got it to download to rewatch them, or maybe I'll just send the links out. It might be easier because we ran out a bit of time, and I still need to give you homework.
We talked about this. Let me see. You didn't reject it hard enough. So you know like that. Oh.
So I thought this one, rather like this particular video, the concept of like you teaching your team culture, right? And like, so this particular instances might not be right. This actual creator, I hadn't seen her before. She's fucking cool. She's like 40-something thousand followers. She's from Auckland. She's a letting agent for rentals. She's got cool content. She's really good, and so her partner's obviously she's Tongan and her partner's white. And what this? Hey, Nate. Nate just took over my TV. And then it's real funny. It's actually really good content, so I'll send out the link to it. But I thought like it's like quite an interesting, just as concepts, like for you, like it's funny stuff. Like one, your team learning, like assimilating to your culture, like because you're the boss, so you get to decide how the culture of the team. Your team doing like a POV of you being the Tongan boss and what it's like. Like we talked about, like you buying KFC for team lunch or something like that. And then I thought there's just this one on the left, like, you know, you got to take it the right way. Like, you know, you could get cancelled pretty fast if you do it the wrong way, but like, it's pretty funny. Like, there's just these situations about like, it's not just about being Tongan, it's just about being like, it's almost like being immigrant, right? Like being like not, like I feel like it's the same with like my dad and stuff like that. It's like, we just aren't as PC, maybe is the right word. Like,
it's like it's a Tongan humor. Like,
yeah.
I'll tell my husband that he's fat. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
It's like, bless his heart.
Yeah. Those sorts of stuff, like capturing them in a way, is funny. And if you do it with your team as well, it's also quite funny. How do we make that, like, those are the bits. So I realize it's like already 10 o'clock, and so I've like really taken up way too much time today, and I need to give you guys some homework. So I just want to do one real quick thing, and then I'm going to give you some homework to go. And if you have to shoot, I'll send it out to everyone anyway. But we got some campaign stuff that I want to talk about. An influencer campaign that I can work with. So, the guys who have food, so Jennifer and the Barons, do you guys know Daz is Cooked, the guy who makes pies at Ashby Pies? He's always ends every video with up the wires. So he's quite big on social media. He's like, I don't know, maybe 100,000 across his two platforms. Yeah, he's really cool, Nick. Yeah, he's got his pie shop in Auckland called Ashby Pies. It goes off. He makes like his steak and cheese is a beef chicken bechamel. So like he's insane. So I talked to him about your two products, and so he's real keen to like do some collab stuff with you if you guys are keen. He's a businessman, so he does it from a business perspective. Like for instance, he was like, "Oh, tell them I'll buy 50 kgs of chocolate off them, and then I'll make some other stuff in my pies or something, and I'll sell it. You know, and we'll do it as a thing, right?" So like, and same with the salmon. So like, what I was thinking about doing from an influencer campaign, perspective in that instance, I'll put you in touch with him. You guys have a conversation, figure it out. You guys can do your own thing. He's a really cool creator. He loves doing collabs, loves doing cool shit, and doing interesting, cool products. He'd be down for, just because it makes his content cool too. But then you guys get some benefit from it. The building app one we already talked about, which we'll work on, and Nick and Dave, like maybe we can have like some email talks about that, and like how we get that set up so it doesn't drag its feet, like we actually push it through. And then also I've got you guys, I'll get you guys onto a call with our show writers so we can start getting you guys trained up to do those online ones. Gifts, so especially for the two food product guys, especially if depending on like the cost of it for you, like it works really well finding the right micro influencers to gift stuff to. You can get a lot of good viewership if you find the right people who know how to make good content and you give them the freedom to do it, and they're the right person, like they're the right people. You don't have to give them a lot, but you do the right thing. Like we as a company aren't always the greatest to give food products to do content, because like it's not why people come to us. We can still make good content out of it. That's not the problem. But like there are certain creators that like people watch them for recommendations of stuff, or like they see them through the live. So if you guys are up for that,
we're totally up for it. My feed is filled with cute dogs and cats. I know nothing about influencers really, so if you can tell us who to send it to, we're very generous.
Perfect. So what I'd do is what I'd say for you two, both Jennifer and Erin, the pie one, I'll introduce you. You guys can talk to them yourself. But for gifting, go away, have a think. Don't tell me right now. Have a think. Like, what is it that you can gift on a like in like, is it a monthly budget? Like, what can you do? And then I'll start suggesting you some places to look, and I'll say this is how you find them, and then you guys can go away and find them, and then you can do it. And I'll know a few of them, so I'll introduce you to a couple of them, but you'll have to go and find more and do that. But I think we should. From your point of view, I already think we start with the boys here. So the boys are all training now. They've all got into a big training thing. We talked about this already, right? Bring them in for a specific class and filming it. And how do we get them in? Like, how do we start how do we find, not influencer classes as such, but just like people coming in to make content with you? You know, it doesn't have to be influencers. It could be. We could find some people. Daz's Pies, he probably needs to come for a workout. We'll get them in.
They would all be into it, like any class or whatever, because you make content out of it, and because it's out of what you typically do. It's just a fun thing, and then to not have to think about like, oh, do I have to book it and blah blah blah, because you've sorted it all out. A lot of like influencers, micro influencers, would just be like, I've never thought of taking a combat class ever. And now I've got the opportunity to do it. Why would I not?
Why would I not?
And then I can make content out of it. For them, it's just like, oh my gosh, like they feel like you're losing out.
100%. 100%. You're right. So I think what you should do is like figure out when can I fit it in. And when can I do it? When does it make sense? And then we figure out, okay, well we'll go. Let's invite people. Right? Here's the type of people we'll get in. Some local people to get into it. The question mark one was just like in case anyone had any other ideas, so we'll come back to that. And the last one's for Kylie, which is we've got some pretty cool clients that would be quite fun. Like they're not big corporate, like Burger Fuel, for instance. The Burger Fuel office would be quite cool to go do one of his his sessions with the guys at Burger Fuel. So I'll talk to him about that separately. That's what that is. But also Roman, with yours, like if you do have an exhibition or things like that, like talk to us. Like let's find out like when there's something for people to come to in events and getting people to come along and make content from it. Like people like the same thing, like experiences.
Like, so long as you like give them the service, they feel like you're losing out, and they'll make content and stuff out of it.
Just about bring more awareness to an exhibition so other people might come, because if they see one of their favorite influencers go, they might be like, oh, I should go check that out too. You know, so you just get more people through the doors of stuff. Okay. In terms of influencer campaigns, if you guys have got ideas or things you'd like to do or whatever, put them in the chat, like in the in the Teams thing, and let's start a dialogue there. We know lots of them. We know lots of people. We can do some stuff, and we can figure out different ways. I've just got some ideas there for you guys to start